We continue to receive reports every month from conveyancing lawyers regarding property transfer tax and the additional property transfer tax, commonly referred to as the foreign buyer's tax. Usually, the error results because the lawyer fails to ask the right questions to ensure the client qualifies for a particular exemption. Sometimes the lawyer doesn't even understand the particular exemption requirements, and in the case of the foreign buyer's tax, lawyers often fail to turn their minds to the possibility that their client may be subject to this tax. We've had several claims where a lawyer acted in a property transfer involving a privately held company. In each case, they neglected to inquire whether the company was controlled by a foreign person or entity. After the transfer completed, the client was assessed the foreign buyer's tax because the company was controlled by a foreign person or entity and was therefore considered to be a foreign corporation under the Act. In some cases, the lawyer's clients were assessed foreign buyer's tax of over $500,000. What can you do to ensure your client is not surprised with a large tax bill from the ministry? First, understand all the requirements that need to be satisfied by your client to claim an exemption. Missing only one is enough to result in an unintended tax hit for your client. Second, keep abreast of the law. The foreign buyer's tax has some unique features. For instance, the tax applies to transfers to a surviving joint tenant as well as other transfers that may normally be exempt from property transfer tax. The foreign buyer's tax applies only to the residential portion of a property. There are three types of properties classified by BC assessment that may be subject to the tax. Number 1, Class 1 residential. 2, farmland that includes a residential portion. And 3, commercial properties that include a residential improvement. It's important to remember the foreign buyer's tax applies only to the residential portion of a property. It should also be noted that Class 1 properties not only include single and multi-family residences, but also includes nursing homes, seasonal dwellings, manufactured homes, some vacant land, farm buildings, and daycare facilities. Third, I recommend a visit to the Property Transfer Tax Branch website for its helpful resources and information about the transfer tax and the various exemptions. And finally, if you are unsure about the operation of the Property Transfer Tax Act to a particular transaction, consider whether a review with a senior staff member of the branch or in some cases an advance ruling would be helpful. Ensuring that you have a firm understanding of the application of the property transfer tax and the foreign buyer's tax, as well as properly following up with your client to make sure an exemption can be claimed, will ensure that your client will have an uneventful and successful closing.